What's going on? We are live and full effect, baby. Yeah. Arigato, that's a mighty good Kupak. We're doing it. We're live. I'm praying to God that my audio is on point. It's always like up in the air. I'm guessing whether or not it's working. So yeah, let me just check that. Put the L copy down, and then let's dive into some YouTube, baby. Yeah, I'm just making sure my audio's squared away. Thinking the audio is good. Let me just test. I'm gonna mute this. A little loud. Oh yeah. Thinking the audio is good. Yeah. Let me just test. We're good. Do. Loud. Oh yeah. Thinking the audio is good. Yeah. Let me just test. We're good. We're good. Yeah, the audio sounds good. All right, let's go. All right, I'm gonna probably bring back a little bit more audio from the mics. Do. All right, here we are. So, how's everybody doing? I'm doing good. Got my chat open. Nobody's watching as of yet. Which is good. I'm trying to get everything dialed, so want to make sure that I'm good to go before I have a bunch of people tuning in. Yes. All right. So I want to put this out there. I am a huge fan of Armchair Expert. I don't know. It's a podcast. It's a podcast that I really enjoy listening to. I enjoy the banter between Dax and Monica, and then how, freaking Dax is the man. Monica's awesome too. They're both brilliant at what they do. I really get blown away at how on point they both are, especially when they start interacting with guests and, being inquisitive, but yet, making sure that their points are heard and the other person's points are heard, and then they really get deep into the issues, especially with guests, tap into that vulnerability vein, I would say. So Dax and Monica both are really good at doing that. So I'm a huge fan of that podcast. It's one of my favorite. And then too, Dax being in recovery and sharing his experience, strength, and hope for somebody like me who is also in recovery, and being able to see, how he does things and keeping it real, keeping it raw. And it's just, I admire that, and it's pretty awesome. So for me particularly, they have really, what I like is the structure of the podcast as well. Monday, they have a lot of actors, entertainers. They have, celebrities of sorts, typically on Mondays. And then on Wednesday, they interview what they consider to be experts. And those are a lot of fun too, because they get some really interesting guests. And then on Fridays, the Armchair Anonymous, where people call in and, based off a prompt, and they, anyway, super amazing podcast. This last episode that I listened to on Wednesday was about the simulation theory. And I found that super fascinating. Like Monica and Dax have always joked about we're in a simulation. That's what, they're talking about, and I believe both Dax and Monica are atheists. I can't say for sure that Monica is, but I definitely think that Dax is, that he's a full-blown atheist and he doesn't believe in God. Or he's agnostic. I don't know. One of the two. But yeah, and so having those theories and those conversations about, a simulation theory of sorts was super fascinating. To think where we are in our world is all a simulation, and we're just in a game of sorts, which can be quite dangerous. That can be dangerous, especially when you have ideas or thoughts that there are what they call NPCs, the people that aren't really real, or you don't think they're real. They're just, they're AI in the machine that's just in the game, that's just doing a role or a specific thing, which is, I don't know. I find it all super fascinating. So, and then on top of that, in the advancements of AI and where we're going to be in technology and how everything's just on a rapid fire right now, who's to say that down the road, we won't construct a world that's all, AR, VR type, a type of world that's just, it's something that we create and that we're, kind of like a Minecraft, or kind of like a, it's just super, it is super intriguing to think like we're in this crazy simulation type world or theory that they have. But I found it super fascinating, and I never really thought about it before. How you have those coincidences or things are just kind of pre-positioned for you in life, that you're like, how did that even happen like that? Like, what's going on? Is this a simulation? Am I in this game where things are just pre-positioned for me in a weird way? And then, but then you get really into the deep end of things where you're talking about, suffering, and why some people would choose to play to play somebody who wants to suffer. And I don't know. They did a lot of comparisons between simulation theory and religion, and I found that super fascinating, because I myself, as a Christian, I'm just like, that's interesting. But yeah, I get a kick out of all of it. It's just super fascinating, and I enjoy believing what I believe. It gives me a sense of peace. But I could totally see that with somebody who thinks that we're living in a simulation too, that they can have peace and get peace from believing what they believe, and that's okay. I mean, who am I to say? I'm not in a position to judge or pass judgment on anybody. I support everybody. I kind of enjoy everybody, good, bad, or indifferent. We're all on this earth doing the best we can given what we have in the time that we're in. So we're all, I don't know. It's beautiful. But anyway, what else am I talking? I'm talking about my beard. So I am dropping a video either late tonight or tomorrow, most likely tomorrow, but I'm traveling tomorrow, so that's going to be fun. But yeah, I am growing this thing on my face, this chin sweater of sorts. I'm growing it, and I have to maintain it, because if I don't maintain it, I don't think it's gonna come out to be as healthy as I want it to be. So I want to grow something luscious and full and vibrant, and I got to do my best to take care of it. So I do have some beard, techniques and tips that I do along with caring for it. And I can't take credit for these things that I'm doing to grow this thing on my face. I watched this YouTuber called Dan C. Bearded. Phenomenal channel. The dude has got an epic beard, first of all. And I'd be like, dang, I want to grow a beard just like that. It's on fire. His beard is amazing. But on top of that, he articulates such good tips that it makes somebody like me tune in and be like, oh man, this is good stuff. And I'm gaining a lot of experience and knowledge watching his content to make sure that I'm doing my due diligence at growing the face fuzz that I have, rocking right now. So, but I enjoy it. Anyways, with that being said, I am definitely dropping a video about my beard. More so just outlining just 3 main points. One being how this beard has gained me some confidence, but also I get a ton of comments and positive feedback on it, minus one individual. I have one individual who I love and cherish the most, can't stand this thing on my face and despises it, and it really, really bugs her. Now, if it came down to like us in our marriage and things of that nature, the thing would be gone. But we're kind of like slow rolling it. She gives me crap, but at the same time she supports me and allowing me to grow it, because it's just something that I've always wanted to do. But I'm not the best person to like be in a relationship with the beard, because I don't know how to act with it yet. I don't know how to do the right things with my beard yet, because I'm a noob. Like, for example, brushing my teeth, eating, drinking, like the whole thing right here gets sopping wet and soaked. And then I'm not feeling it or noticing it per se. And then when I go to kiss my wife or say goodbye and I'm like hugging her, kissing her, then she gets hit with that wetness. She is not a happy camper then. And she lets me know it. So Anyway, that's what the video is about. I'm excited to drop it. It's been fun putting it together and doing, a video about me and this beard. So, and 2, I shot a lot of everything on the video on my iPhone 16 Pro Max. And I'm just going to talk a little bit about my setup with this little guy right there, how it's going to be, my new run and gun type setup, because it's in my pocket. It's always with me. I can shoot log and ProRes now, especially when I'm able to like capture things on an external SSD. Makes my life a lot easier. And the image quality is pretty decent. Like I'm not mad at it, and I think it's totally usable for what I need it for and how I'm moving and shaking. So yeah, anyway, gonna talk a little bit about that in the video as well. So yeah, but what else? But yeah, that's what the video is about. Maybe we could dive into my edit and just take a look at where we're at right now with the edit, just a little BTS behind the scenes of that. And why don't we do that right now? So I do have a little bit of a setup like I normally do on Sundays when I go live. I got my talking head cam right here. I got a bead cam right there, which that's pretty dark. I might have to, let me see. I can probably control it from here maybe. Let's see if I can control it Let's see if I can control it from my phone here, which is a feature that I'm falling in love with. Because that's super dark. That shot right there is really dark, and I don't want to get up over there to change it. I will if I have to, but let me see if I can do it from the monitor control app, which is an awesome feature to have at your fingertips. So heck yeah, let's see here. I'm gonna go ISO. We're gonna go 12,800. Shutter, gonna go 180. I am definitely going to need, let's change that to 51. I'm definitely gonna have to go, shoot. I mean, you're all watching this in real time. Maybe go like right there. Is that doable? Is that okay? I mean, I could go and mess with the ND filter that's on there right now, but I'm just gonna leave it like that. I'm just gonna give that a whirl. So yeah, we'll just leave it like that. Dang, that's awesome that I'm able to do that all from my phone monitor control app, which is a lot of fun. So, but yeah, speaking of which, I have this set up, and then I have my MacBook, of course. There's my MacBook right here, and then yeah, go back to the talking head cam. So that's my setup. So why don't we just dive into the edit real quick? I'll go back, and then we'll dive into the edit. Just a little BTS for you guys. This is some fun, you know. I'm in DaVinci. All right. Opening up the edit. Yeah, so yeah, here we are. This is where I am so far. I'm just at the front end of the edit. Yeah. Are we getting audio from that?
So here's the thing. Here it is thick, it's glorious, it is almost every single day.
Not really.
Sort of positive feedback or a compliment on how your beard.
Let's do this.
Three main points to this video. One, I'm going to be talking about my beard, the epicness of my beard, and the compliments that I receive, but the one person that can't stand it. The second point, I'm going to get into my grooming
That's
tips
weird.
on this luscious beard and how I keep it groomed. And then the third is I filmed my grooming tips on my iPhone Pro 16 Max. And I want to walk you through my setup for that and how that setup is going to be my new like vlogging run and gun style setup. All right, before we get started, I just
maybe.
put out this disclaimer. I am not in any way trying
Here
to
we
be
go.
braggadocious. This is the long. What's going on? It is Jason. Yeah. Ariga, that's a mighty good coup pack. Ooh. So here's the thing. My beard, it is thick. It's glorious. It is.
All right, here we are with the edit. I am roughly about, 3 minutes. It's gonna be roughly around maybe 5 to 6 minute video. I'm wrapping up my point number 2 where I'm talking about my grooming techniques, which is super awesome, but then I'll go balance audio, add music, add graphics, because I'm going to add some graphics. I'm going to add some B-roll, because I got some B-roll from shooting the grooming stuff. I took some B-roll with my iPhone Pro Max, my iPhone 16 Pro Max. Yeah, I did everything pretty much with that device for the grooming stuff. So I'm going to show that later on the B-roll. And yeah, man, I'm just dialing in that edit. So that's where we're at with that. Let's see. Let's take a look at some B-roll. Yeah. Here's some B-roll of me using some products. Yeah, we're gonna put all this in there. It's fun. Exfoliating. Yeah, it's gonna be a fun video. So, looking forward to dropping it. Yeah. But I'm really enjoying DaVinci. I'm getting my hands dirty with it. I'm kind of getting quicker and moving cleaner with it than I was before. So when you're doing that, when you start getting a little bit more proficient with the tool that you're using, things tend to get more enjoyable. So I am definitely enjoying it. It still has a few of its quirks, and I get kind of bummed out because some things just happen for no reason, and it's just like, why did that do that? And I'm like totally baffled, and I have no explanation, so I won't make the same mistake again. But sometimes it just has a mind of its own, and it's just weird sometimes. But I'm enjoying it. I'm definitely enjoying working in DaVinci. It's been a lot of fun. Currently with Small Giants, we are, let me just go out back here. Yeah, currently, let's just go. Currently with Small Giants, we are, haven't made the full transition to DaVinci, and I don't know if we are, to be quite honest, because, majority of us, that edit, we're utilizing Premiere because we're all pretty confident, and the way our network is set up, it just makes sense. And we don't know with our server setups and with the settings that we have and creating project folders and things of that nature. Pretty much like all the workflow process, we don't know if DaVinci is going to be the best fit for us, but more to come on that. I'm definitely enjoying using it and getting my hands dirty with it. So I'm definitely having a blast. So, but all right. Well, let's go ahead and dive into some numbers. Every Sunday I go live like I'm doing now, and then I like to go into the back end of my YouTube and just share the numbers with all of you guys. I'm gonna do this as long as I live, probably, or as long as I'm doing YouTube. I'm gonna do it, and I'm just having a lot of fun doing it. I think we are all this community of subscribers that I have, and that we're all connected. Why not share that information with you guys, because we're all doing it together. There's no smoke and mirrors, so you're gonna see everything as I'm seeing it, and I don't even go and look at the numbers beforehand. So as you are seeing it, I'm seeing it. I don't do anything with the numbers, which I probably should, because a lot of people have been reaching out to me to try to help me grow my channel, because I do have a goal to get 1,000 subscribers before the end of 2025, and they're suggesting ways that I can create my content the way that I'm creating, but do some of that back end work to get more exposure to my channel and get it out in front of people and stuff like that. So, which I am grateful for people reaching out to me wanting to help. It's awesome. But I don't do anything with the numbers other than geek out and look at them and get nerdy with them, per se, and just kind of have fun with it. So let's go ahead and get YouTube up. I'll hop over here, and then we'll dive into YouTube. Oh, there's YouTube. Let's go open up a new window. And then we'll get into the analytics. Boom, boom, bada, boo, da, boo, bada, ba, da, ba, do, 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 do. Here we go. And I am going to go to YouTube Studio and go into analytics, and then I'm blowing this bad boy up. Yeah. So here's how the channel's been performing in the last 28 days. 17,000 views, 119 watch hours, and 26 subscribers. Yeah. But I like to compare this week to the previous week. So what I do is I customize the view. So it gives me a snapshot of basically this week's. So here we are this week, kind of a dip, and that's what's going to happen, from week to week. I've had some really smoking weeks where my channel's doing really good, a lot of, movement on the numbers, and but the top three for me in this, this week view is a little lower than it's been in a while. So I've gotten 2.8K views this week, 24 watch hours, and then 2 new subscribers. So I did get 2 new subscribers, which is freaking awesome. Greatly appreciate those tuning in and giving me a watch. That's awesome. I appreciate it. Coming along with us on this journey, and so welcome to the channel. And then I like to compare it now. So once I see the numbers of how the channel's done this week, I go into advanced mode up here. And then basically what I'm doing from here is I am breaking it down and doing an ad comparison and going period over period, hit add. Okay, what you see in this week is in the blue, and what happened the previous week is in purple. So yeah, like I said, previous week was a banger, 6,633 views. This week, only 2,825. And then let's go into content. Let's go, I like to go into watch time. All right, previous week I got 38.8 watch hours. This week I got 24.9. And then let's go into subscribers. And then previous week I got 9 subscribers. This week I got 2. Still awesome, and I am grateful. So yeah, there we are. That's how the channel, not a banger of a week to the previous weeks, kind of a dip in the numbers, which is okay. You're gonna have that. I don't take any kind of offense to it. It doesn't bother me. It's how do I explain it without sounding like it's like it's no big deal? It is a big deal when you want your channel to perform and to have consistent traction and keep growing. That would be awesome. But for me and my type of channel and my type of content, I don't necessarily think that I'm kicking out fire each and every week that I'm publishing a video. So yeah, my channel is gonna have ebb and flows to it. Some weeks are really good, some weeks not so much. I'm kind of like throwing pretty much mud on the wall and seeing what sticks type stuff. But that's not even really accurate for the type of content that I'm creating. I create the content that I enjoy creating and putting it out there, and it kind of sounds selfish in a way, but it's my channel. So that's kind of what I want to do, and I only want the people that like the stuff I create to be part of it. So and I know that I'm not going to be everyone's cup of tea, but I do have goals. I want to grow the channel, for sure, but I'm not going to kind of pivot on what I'm doing. I'm going to still create the content that I enjoy creating and put it out there. So, but anyway, that's where we're at with that. And then I get out of comparison mode, and then I like to look at the geography and stuff like that. So I'll go in here, I'll go into geography, and United States, India, Indonesia, and Canada. Those are all my countries that tuned into my content this week, which is super awesome. You know, India, Indonesia, and Canada. I appreciate you guys. And, of course, the United States. So it's freaking awesome. And then, let's see here. Viewer age. Wow, not very many views, but more of a spectrum on the viewers. So I got a 65 plus, got 58 to 64, which is awesome. 18 to 24, 25 to 14, biggest piece. This is the second biggest piece. Yeah, it looks like 18 to 24 is the third, fourth, fifth, maybe fourth, fifth, and sixth. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So that's cool. And then I look at, then I like to go into your gender. 91% male, 8% female watching the content. So, which is okay. That's okay too. And then here we go. We have, what else do I like looking at? Device type. I'm not even going to look at that because I know it's going to be mobile phone, but operating system, Android, still in the top spot with 1,300 views on the Android and 1,065 on iOS on down the line. So, freaking cool. Android took the top spot and is keeping it. It's like the third, fourth week in a row that Android's been killing it with the top spot there. Yeah. All right. I'm getting out of here. I think that's pretty much it. So just to recap, this week we went ahead, 2.8K views, 24.9 watch hours, and then 2 new subscribers. Yeah. All right. So that's all I pretty much have. Let's go back here. I don't know. Is there anything else that you guys would be interested? Oh, I like to show. Let's go back. Let's I like to show top videos that are performing during this period. So it looks like this one's got 924 views, 44 gallons white wasted, my beard's magical powers, and so on. Wow, this video right here, this 35 degrees in Arizona, crazy packed day. That video has been kind of growing a little bit, which is interesting. So it keeps ticking up as a popular video. So I don't know where it sits altogether. 700 views. Yeah, wow. So yeah, as you can see here on this graph, it's starting to get a little bit of some traction, and then from here to here, it jumped up a lot. So yeah, it jumped up almost 400 views. Ooh, that's interesting. It was a fun video, I think. Yeah. But all right. So let's see here. Is that it? Yeah, then last 3 or 4 videos that I've done haven't broke 100 views, which is okay. I mean, they're fun. Regardless, I enjoy doing them. So yeah, here we are. Here's all the views from my channel this period. So a couple. Yeah, it's interesting. All right, this is super cool to kind of go through this stuff. I never really looked at this kind of stuff before. So There's like a spike here. I wonder if it's that video. Awesome. All right. Well, that's pretty much all I got, guys. I don't know anything. Let me see if there's anybody dropping comments. So, close out of there. No. Nobody dropping any comments. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have, guys. I don't really have anything else. Don't want to sit here and just ramble. And I did do a video about rambling, so if you're interested in checking that one out, yeah, go check that one out. It's a fun video when I talk about me rambling, getting some, Happy Sunday, Joe. Whoop whoop. Appreciate you tuning in. But yeah, my audio's working, man, so I'm happy about that. The audio's tracking. So, all right, well, that's pretty much all I got. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll go ahead and pump up some music and just get out of here. If there's not anything else anybody else wants to chime in and we can talk about, so I'll go ahead and get out of here. I don't have anything else, so yeah, let's get out. Alright guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Greatly appreciate you. Stay tuned to my next video, which is going to be me talking about this luscious, lavish beard. Yeah. With that being said, I will catch you on the next one. Yeah.